everybody. Welcome to Cards and Sharps. It's time to look at a sharp. And today it's going to be the rake. Ready to make it, it says. All right. And yes, that is pronounced rake as they say, and they are never wrong. First seeing the name, I would have called it Ruike or Ruki or something like that, and thought it would probably a Scandinavian type name or something like that. Kind of has a runic sound to it, but it is actually made in China, and it is pronounced rake. All right, it's a fairly handsome box. Get your propaganda and warranty card and all that here, and this is actually model P121, otherwise known as the Hussar. This one is green, and it's in this nice box that also serves as a handsome display, it looks like, and crushed, kind of a crushed velvet feel in there. All right, we have green is the color, and it actually has G10 scales. This is going to be a budget knife with G10. It's one of the lower priced products out there that I have found that offers G10 scales, and these run, usually you can get them, pick them up brand new for about 35 bucks, and it's a fairly handsome knife. All right, overall length, you're looking at 8.5 inches. It's a pretty big knife with a 3.75 inch blade, and the handle is 4.75, and that will be your closed length. The blade steel is 14C 28N, which is a budget steel, and that's what you'd expect in this price point. It's a similar steel. It's this that it's the same steel you find in a lot of Kershaw's. It's in that range with the Aussate 440C, 8CR, 13 MOV. Typical budget steel range. I have not put this one to heavy use, but my experience with the 14C28N is that it'll do your general cutting all right, and it won't hold the edge as well as your higher end steels, but it sharpens up pretty easy, and just keep your stone handy and use it, and you're fine. All right, well, let's talk about some of the things we like. It's got the deep carry clip, which I prefer, and it's tip up only, and that's the way I carry, and it's not ambidextrous. It's going to be for right-handers, and it, like I said, it's tip up only. So if you can only have it one way, that's the way I'd want it. This particular one, the blade is perfectly centered, and it locks up nice and tight, and there is no play at all in the blade. I will say the action is very smooth on this. It's not assisted, and as big as it is, you get that massive blade going, and it really takes off. Also, I have noticed if you hit it, I ain't gonna do it now. There we go. You can, in the space in which trying to keep it in the frame here, I couldn't quite get the momentum going, but you can flip it out like that. And I know in some states that can be an issue, but you just got so much mass in that blade that if you get the momentum going, it'll pull out. But it has a good detent to it, so it's not like it's loose. You can feel that detent right at the end, and it just pulls in there, and it holds, just in general handling, holds in there fine. I have put it in my pocket and kind of run around a little bit with it in there just to see how I like it. It's a little larger than what I typically like to carry as far as overall size. It's pretty girthy. Let's see. Yeah, it's right at 1/2 inch thick, and that's not counting you're about nearly 3/4 inch thick when you factor in the pocket clip. So it's a beefy knife. Depending on the size of your hands, you may like that. I mean, it feels substantial in your hand. So actually, if I was out using it at the campground or something like that, I would kind of like that, so that it does feel nice and sturdy. But just in general everyday carry, it's a little beefy for me. It feels like it would take up a lot of space in your pocket, and with that huge open back there, you're going to, if you got anything else in your pocket, if you got any change or anything, you're going to have, you deploy the knife and you're going to be flipping quarters at people. And I bet it would pick up a lot of lint and pocket fuzz too. But, if you like it, I don't think it'd be bad enough not to tolerate. The G10 handles feel really nice, have a nice texture to them. They give you a good grip. Does not have any jimping on the back, which I prefer. Just makes me feel more secure in my grip. But you get a nice deep with that flipper in the finger choil. You get a nice deep hold of it, and the handle feels so grippy that really just holding it, you don't have a sense of any lack of control or like it would be an issue with slipping. All right, let's you can see it's a good sized knife, and it's a good looking knife. It has that curve up in it just a little, that it almost gives it a little bit of a Persian-y look to it, and it's got these nice relief chamfering on the blade that just gives it a nice shimmer. Let's look at it compared to some well-known knives out there. We got put it up with a Delica. As you can see, it's considerably bigger than the Delica. The blade's quite a bit longer, and the handle's bigger, longer, thicker, and it's, like I said, a good sized knife. All right, let's put it up against the Rats. Okay, we got a Rat 1 here. Now you're getting in there in that same size range. If you're familiar with the Rat 1, then you're going to pretty much have a good idea of the size of the Ruike Hussar. So the Rat 1's pretty hefty knife. And here's the Rat 2. And you can see it's compared, it is considerably bigger than the Rat 2, which is the Rat 2, the Delica, Para 3. Those size knives are the ones probably I tend to reach for when I'm carrying. So I will be doing a review on this Rat 1 soon. As you can see, it's blade's dirty on it. This knife gets used some, but there you kind of can see where this fits size wise. It's thicker, and the feels thicker in the hand. than the others do, by quite a bit actually. And like I said, if you have bigger hands, that may be a really good feature. I got medium size hands, so it's not too thick that I couldn't use it, but it's probably just not enough that I'm going to reach for and carry very often, other than just to try something different. And that action sure is nice. So for a $35 knife, it's really, you're getting a lot. You're getting a lot of knife. You're getting a good, what feels to be a well-built knife. The fit and finish seems spot on. Centering's good. Lockup's good. The clip's nice and tight. So if that knife is in the range in which you like to carry or use, it'd be worth looking at for the price. Any of you out there got the rake? Love to hear from you and your opinions of it. And don't forget that when I get to 100 subscribers, I'll be giving away the Leatherman. I didn't bring it with me this time. Leatherman Micra little pocket multi-tool. And then we'll be doing other giveaways as we move up in milestones. Also, I just uploaded a video. I had a box of knives come in, new order come in, and a lot of exciting knives. Got Spyderco's, birds, CRKTs that we'll be looking at and reviewing on here. So keep your eye out for that. Hit like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be made aware when I post new videos. All right, that's all I got for now. That is the rake. See you guys next time.